Guys, Paul Bissonnette back here in Coyotes locker room with Jason Demers. Jason, not a very good episode.
Unfortunately, due to some exigent circumstances, I couldn't catch the show, but I think I brought a nice fill-in for today. Alex Goligoski.
700 games, game winner the other night in San Jose. Oozing confidence, and now welcome to the Bachelor Report.
Thanks, good to be here. Just filling in. Just a one-time thing here.
All right, well, I guess let's start off from the hop. One of the Beccas got the initial date, and I don't know. I think she's fizzling out. I'm not really crazy about her.
I don't know. I think he kind of likes. She's got good personality. I think when they go to hometowns. She's a Minnesota girl. To go to hometowns, I don't know if Ari's world and Minnesota world is gonna.
I see no connection.
Yeah, there's not much there. I was laughing when she was like, "Oh, you're so easy to travel with. Like, you're not traveling together. You're flying private on separate planes to Tuscany. Like, try making it in an Uber and through the security line together."
Well, first I'm just going to start off my segment with the fact that Jason Demers buckled under pressure. It's coming in hometown dates, and he has to bring in an outsider to do his report. It's a good episode. I thought a couple good one-on-one dates. I was getting a little worried with my older Becca there, but she pulled through in the end, and I think they really talked some stuff out, and it's going to take off here when they get to hometowns. I just look at the relationships with the other girls, and I don't see any of them that are that further along than theirs.
Moving on to Lauren B's date, I think she's painful.
That date was outrageous.
You mean when he called the Zach Morris timeout, Saved by the Bell style, mid-date?
That was a Morris timeout. That was. Yeah, I thought she was going home for sure. I don't see any chemistry with him at all. I don't get it, but I was totally thrown off by that. But she's probably the front runner.
Lauren B. Worst dates.
Best dates. She's slow playing Ari, playing hard to get. You think it's going bad, and then all of a sudden she says, "I think I'm falling in love with you," and he had to take 5. He had to leave the table, and then he comes back, and you're not even supposed to say "I love you" back, and he's like, "I'm falling deeply." I had to rewind it and make sure I heard it correctly.
That may be the first time in his life he's ever experienced real emotion, and that's why he needed to take a minute.
There's nothing there. There's nothing there, and he loves her. If that's who he ends up with, then I will put $1,000 on it not lasting longer than 6 months.
Well, I do have some inside intel. She was engaged to a hockey player who played in the American Hockey League. We're not going to say his name for legal reasons. And you remember how she dropped the 6-month friend zone?
Yeah.
Well, that's not true because they were engaged within 6 months of meeting.
Oh.
She's lying right to the nation's face.
So Lauren B is not who we think she is.
Wow. See, it makes her even more intriguing.
One thing we haven't touched on was Jacqueline. Has a contestant ever kicked herself off the show?
Not that I've seen. She got caught up in the situation. She thought she was maybe falling in love, and then totally bailed. Was like, this isn't right.
Classic, it's not you, it's me line.
Yeah, I think she just kind of realized that Ari wasn't as great as everybody thought he was, and she wanted to get out when she still had a chance.
It was waterworks. I have to go. And then he's like, well, if you change your mind, you can come back. And then she's like, stop crying. And then she's like, no, I'm good.
Tried to show her sensitive side, and that she wanted to focus on her career a little bit. And then a couple years down the line, ABC is going to go, hey, you graduated, you're ready to rock.
You're the Bachelorette?
You're the Bachelorette.
Whoa, okay, that's looking way too far ahead. My head's hurting. I really knew Jacqueline was full of it when she said her biggest fear was falling in love with Ari and living in Scottsdale in his 1-bedroom apartment. Might not be an exact quote, but...
If that's your biggest fear, then I think it's time to go.
I mean, I appreciate the honesty by her.
I mean, is Scottsdale that bad?
I don't know. Maybe she just couldn't deal with Ari anymore.
She's allergic to gated communities.
Yeah.
I feel like Ari couldn't lure her back with personality, so he went to what he knows and just tonsil hockey all day long.
He loves getting the hands up, too. Whenever he's making out, he's always got hands in the hair, neck massage.
The 3-on-1 date, that was Royal Rumble, Undertaker, Kane.
I thought he was going to be a little bit more leery of Tia kind of going after Becca, but I think he was ready to get rid of Becca.
The fact that one of those girls had to go home so early was banana lands to me. It had me on the edge of my seat.
I know. I felt like Becca was going to go from the start. I think that, the age thing was it's a matter of time before she's going home, but I hated to see those three going into that date with just 2 roses on the line.
I feel like Ari's maybe hit his saliva swapping max with Becca, and he was just kind of like, I've exchanged enough DNA. It's time for her to leave.
Yeah, it's crazy too because Kendall, like, think about Kendall the first night. Everyone thought she was just absolutely off the wall with the taxidermy thing and everything, and now she's like the most respected girl in the house, I'd say. Hometowns.
It all comes down to hometowns.
Oh, buckle down. It's gonna be wild next week.
I feel like next week is make or break for Kendall. Going into that type of household, you don't know what to expect.
You really don't, because she's shown so many different personalities throughout the show. Like, you can only imagine what's going on back home. I mean, what a week. I mean, we're winding down here. It's getting exciting. Personalities are starting to show.
Not Ari's.
Not Ari. He's remaining neutral, which I love. And girls are even pulling themselves off the show. It's great.